you can see what you can do with bending a piece. So the sides here, let's go back to the sides. They're up here. This is really, that's what's under that. It is two pieces of a 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch bending plywood. In the center, it has a piece of poplar, and so the outside. The outside is 1/16 poplar. This belongs here. Right there. This was left over. So you can see it slopes up. Right there. So this is what it looks like. I made this, like I said, using bending plywood. I used Unibond 800 glue, which is a 2-part glue, almost like an epoxy, but not epoxy. Epoxy is too thick, I think, for this. Because the glue has a lot of open time, and I need a lot of open time to get this. There's several layers that I got to glue up. And once I did that, I put them on this form. And probably the guys who build guitars back there, they know they do a lot of curves. And he's doing one of these. And I wish I could do stuff like they do, by the way. But anyway, put it on here. And when it came out, it kept the shape. Notice, no spring back. No spring back. But even if there was a spring back, I would have built my cabinet, right? So I didn't cut. First thing I did was this. I wanted to know what my curves, how was that going to be? Once I had that, and then I said, okay, now I know the curvature for my piece, and here it is right there. Okay. And I proceeded then to laminate it and put it together. I cut it on the bandsaw. By the way, this is going to become, you know what this is going to be? Another demi-loop table like this. Right there. The leftover from that will become in front of another table. At some point, I don't know, I have to have 2 of these. At some point.
The kitchen.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about Bruno, right? They say, right? So, put veneer on the outside, finish veneer. Once you have all the joinery done, then you can still got this. You have all the joinery. You're going to cut the mortise in here. Put it back on here. In my case, I have a vacuum pump for the vacuum bagger. Okay, for this, you would need something like that to adhere that veneer. If you don't have that, there's other methods of doing it. Okay, you can use it. And I have used it, and I did not bring the drawer. Using high glue, and Robert, help me out here. Hammer veneering, thank you. Can't think of the words. Hammer veneering. And you can adhere veneer to a curved or straight piece using hot glue or high glue, and it's in a pot. You mix it up with water, and you slather it on, and you use a thing that's called a hammer. You don't hammer it with it. You squeeze. Basically, it's a metal squeegee or wood squeegee, and you squeeze the glue off both sides until it adheres. People are popping their head like, yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, I've done that. The legs, they were veneered. This is veneer. You can see the veneer at the very bottom. So it's a solid walnut leg in this case, but I just added veneer at the very bottom. Again, I practiced earlier on when I did this, because I knew I had to add this veneer to it. That.
Raul,
Yes.
explain to them why you use high glue or Type Bond 800 or Type Bond 1 as opposed to yellow glue.
Thank you.
Somebody made a mistake on a piece they did at a fair this year with the can of veneering.
Oh, really?
They use yellow glue.
Yeah. And yellow glue can, so I saw a test done with different kinds of glue. They poured it onto a piece of plastic. All right? And then they added, spray a little water on it. Like 3 days, 4 days later, after it's set. The high glue, it was like chewing gum, you know? A little humidity, a little water. The yellow glue A little bit. The polyurethane glue, a little more stiffer. They have other glues, and but the Unibond glue, not rock solid. As a matter of fact, this is that glue, and when it comes out of the vacuum pump, right, out of the vacuum, and you take it, you need to be careful because it's very sharp, like glass. It'll cut you so hard that you can get cut. Okay? That's why you use it, because that glue, it's not going to spring back at all. Zero.
What kind of glue was it, Raul?
It's a Unibond 800. Unibond 800. It's made up in Brunswick, Maine. They ship it to you. It's two parts. You need to wear a mask, they say, because the powder part, until it mixes, you inhale it, it's supposed to be bad for you, give you cancer. And I do wear a mask when I mix that. Once it's mixed, it's okay. It's not going to go in the air. You're not going to breathe it in. There's no fumes to it. But once it dries, it is not going to spring back. Having said that, this has very little spring back, and I use yellow glue. But I think if this was to get in a humid place, I think you will have some delamination. We might have some spring back, because it's not solid. The yellow glue, even though we think it is, when we put it in our stuff and it doesn't come out right, it is softer glue. So yes, if you're going to make a curve like that, I would use that. I would use Tide Bond. If I'm going to make something like this that I can afford to, use from practicing. I want to see, can I make this? I would use regular glue. But yes, if you're going to make something that it's like this, right? This curvature here, then I would use that. I would use that glue. The Unibond 800. The insides also are curved. The drawers are curved because the sides are curved. And again, the same glue was used to create the sides. This is straight, of course. This is, if you look at it, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of wood. And people ask me, what is that wood? Well, I brought it this time. Some people don't believe me. So I went to Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm walking by the 2x4s. I look down, and I see this grain real tight. Stop. Sorry. What is that stuff? All right. And it's pine. But look at the grain. Look how tight that is. There were two pieces of it. They can tell you it's 2x4. There's the stamp here, 2x4. I brought the piece left over. All right. And I bought both pieces. I didn't use them for 2.5, 3 years, but I had them there. I knew one day we'll make a drawer. I have the wood for it. Nice tight grain, and it's pretty. And it took the curvature real good. I used the same pattern here to bend these. There it is right there. It goes inside the drawers. They're all again Unibond glue. You guys are not asking me any questions. I'm getting mad here.
That Unibond glue, you need a pressure chamber to?
No, you don't need a pressure chamber. No, it's a glue that's in my case I used a vacuum because I was doing something like this. Okay.
You might explain the vacuum bag.
The vacuum bag. All right. There's a method of compressing.
Almost like a space bag.
Yeah, it's like a plastic. It's a polyurethane bag. It's like a garbage bag, but it's clear. Okay, both kind of thicker, not a garbage bag. And you connect a hose to it that sucks the air out. When it sucks the air out, then it clamps it down. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere. That's how this was put in here. So this top, which is another piece of veneer, embolia, I think it's called a burl, and it's kind of wavy also. I had to glue it down. How am I gonna glue that down? Hey, clamps ain't gonna do it. I can put boards in, I can put 100 clamps, hey, I might be able to do it. But you put that in the vacuum bag, suck the air out of that, and someone needs to help me, because it actually is gravity, which, you take out the atmosphere.
Air pressure, 14 pounds per square inch pressure.
There you go, see, I knew someone knew. All right? And it's an incredible way to clamp anything, to hold it down, okay? That's how this was done, that's how the sides were done, that's how this top was put on here. These little drawers were hammer veneer, okay? The little veneer, there's veneer in front of these drawers here, they were hammer veneer. I did those with hot glue. Again, I wanted to play with it, so I've never used it, I'm gonna use it. And once I used it once, I used it twice, 3 times, 4 times, to do that. One more thing. You said, well, Raul, I don't have a vacuum press. I don't have many clamps to clamp things down with. Let me move this guy over. So, okay, well, you have a circular saw. You have a table saw. Well, then you can create anything that can curve. This is nothing more than a piece of poplar that I have taken to a bandsaw, and I did this yesterday, okay? And now it's become flexible. Now all I have to do is put that on a form, take 2 pieces of, in this case, veneer, or any kind of wood that's bending. If you can cut veneers real thin on your bandsaw, then good for you. I do, but sometimes I don't, and so I buy them. This is what's on the outside of this poplar veneer, 1/16. I buy it from. No. No. I buy it from these guys.
Certainly would.
Exactly. And this is veneer box.
What is the company?
What's the name again?
Certainlywood.com. It'll be up here. Okay. 1/16 veneer, I buy a 10-foot long piece. Put it on here, and it's what this is, by the way. Okay? You put that under pressure, and it bends. So, you got this thing. Put her in the form. Take the veneer I showed you a minute ago, take this veneer, glue it. And now you got no clamping, but light clamps. Then more than that. Let me see right there. And I'll show you another trick here real quick. It's a piece of wood. It's a magic juice provided by Hillsborough County, or in this case, City of Tampa. And you will see some magic here happen in a second here. At least it happened yesterday at the house. It's happening already. Well, then it sits there while I talk. And you will see this piece start to bend. It's nothing more than water. Water expands the wood. It's going to start to curve. All right, faster. I need it faster.
It's doing it, I can see it.
It's doing it. It's starting to curve. Once it bends, it's not going to go back the other way, by the way. So don't think that once it starts to curve, and it'll curve. And you can put that up here now. And now it's a lot easier to bend. And it's starting to bend. You see that right here. Okay. And it will actually create a, yes, sir.
How much material do you have left between?
I'll let you look at it. All I have is an eighth, I guess, from, I put it to, I just eyeballed it yesterday, put it to the table saw. And by the way, the reason why it's solid at the end, you can cut a mortise here and a mortise there before you bend it. While it's straight, right? While it's straight. It's a lot easier, all right? Before you bend it, and then now you have a mortise ready to go to connect it to whatever. To whatever you want to connect it to. Sorry. Now, if you put water on it, use polyurethane glue, was water activated, right? If you guys know that or not. And it's a little water to activate your glue. And you use that, grab your your veneer, throw that on again. It's already, it's working on its own. I'm not doing nothing to it. Water on one side causes it to expand on one side, the other side's contracting. Okay. Put that on there, now look at that. You have a curved piece. Any questions? What time is it? Mine?
You good? Sam, have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question, the place where you get
This
your.
guy, I don't want you asking me, he's like a guru to me. You know?
The veneer supplier, do they carry the exotics too, or just
They
the?
carry everything, Art, they carry, for me, they're number one. You buy, you actually, when you go to their website, and it's called Wood Menu, and they have exotics, they have domestics, they have, burros, and it's all categorized. And you're gonna buy, they have pictures of it, you're gonna buy what you see. So they have a flinch, right, the flinch, and it has all the, flinch, right?
Flitch.
Flitch.
Flash.
Flitch.
You guys don't speak English? Anyway, so they have, and you can see what you're buying, and it looks like this, right? They have a picture of a piece of the floor, right? You see the word like that? They have 10 foot long, and you can zoom in and see what you're buying. You can buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets, whatever you want, and I purchased all this veneer for this piece there, all right? This is Australian walnut. Okay, so it's got the striping like that. This burl I purchased there, the satinwood, I think is what this is. I think it is, forgot. Okay, I purchased that there. The veneer for the bottom of the legs, which is 1/20th or something like that. It's kind of thick. I purchased there. This is oak. This comes dyed already, so it's dyed black. I purchased right here, that. So, yeah, you can buy it there, Art, and they'll send you exactly what you need. If you get up to $100, we give you 10% off. So, there's another, does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
When you